One of my favourite things in the world is having friends over for weekend breakfast or brunch. But I'm a realist. I don't want to spend 2 or 3 hours in the kitchen preparing an elaborate meal. I want something quick, easy, and with very little prep work. And this recipe ticks all those boxes. Let's make these beautiful spinach and feta mini frittatas on the One Pot Chef. First things first, I've got a frying pan over medium heat and a little bit of oil in the pan, and to that I'm going to add in a teaspoon of crushed garlic or minced garlic. I'm going to add in a 250 gram box of frozen chopped spinach, which I've just thawed out, and I have squeezed the excess liquid out. Now, a lot of people go, why would you use the frozen one instead of fresh? Well, this is Sunday morning, I don't necessarily want to be doing a lot of prep work, and this frozen spinach is actually really convenient because it's already been washed, it's been prepped, it's been chopped, it's ready to go, and when you take the box out of the freezer and tip it into a bowl, it only takes about maybe 10-15 minutes to thaw out, and then literally all you have to do is just give it a light squeeze with your hands to get rid of the excess liquid, so it's ready to go in no time. So we're just going to give this a stir around for about 2 to 3 minutes, or until any excess liquid has evaporated off. I'm also going to add in some sun-dried tomatoes, about 100 grams. Now I'm using some semi-sun-dried tomatoes today, which are marinated in all sorts of wonderful herbs and spices, and in olive oil. I've just drained them off and chopped them up. And I'm using semi-dried today because they tend to have a much stronger flavour than traditional sun-dried tomatoes, but regular sun-dried will be perfectly acceptable. And again, we're just going to stir those for a minute or two, or until we get a nice fragrance coming off them. That's smelling absolutely sensational. All the excess liquid has evaporated off, so we're going to turn the heat off, take this off the stove and allow it to sit on the side for a minute or two to cool while we work on our other ingredients. Next we've got our eggs. I've got 10 large eggs in a large mixing jug, and to that I'm going to add in 1/4 cup of self-raising flour. Now if you can't get self-raising flour where you live, it's very simple, just to use 1/4 cup of plain all-purpose flour and add in 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Season with a little salt and pepper. And using my big butch pink whisk, we're just going to give that a quick whisk together until smooth. Add in our spinach and tomato mixture and give that a quick stir. And last but not least, I'm adding in some cheese. I'm using some marinated feta cheese today, which I've just drained and crumbled up. Now, you don't have to use marinated feta. I think it's wonderful because it's got a whole bunch of extra flavour to it, but regular would be fine. You could also use ricotta, or, to be honest, any cheese would be fine. You could even just get away with using a bit of regular grated cheddar cheese and just stir that in. Next, I've got a 12-hole muffin pan, which I have generously greased with a little bit of spray-on oil, and all we're going to do is carefully divide the mixture between the holes. And these are ready to go into the oven. Preheated oven, 190 degrees Celsius, 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes, or until they are fully cooked and slightly golden. While our mini frittatas are in the oven, I thought I'd take this opportunity to remind you to check out my social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, links in the video description underneath this video on YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it, that way you won't miss out on any of my new videos. 20 minutes later and our mini frittatas are out of the oven looking absolutely gorgeous. They're golden and puffed up and just about ready to eat. We're going to let them stand in the pan for approximately 5 minutes. Just let them cool slightly and it makes it easier to remove them from the pan. Quick, easy, bursting with flavour and guaranteed to please everybody at brunch. It's so simple to put this together, and frankly, you can do this with virtually zero work. I mean, really, it's just a bit of chopping and a little bit of stirring. Anyone can do this. Give it a try, add your own twist to it, and I guarantee you will be absolutely in love with it. Ah, these look absolutely gorgeous. All right, I'm going to dive in and have a quick bite. Oh my God, that's yummy. So many flavours. The first thing that hits you is the combination of the spinach, the feta and the sun-dried tomatoes. They're big flavours and they really do work well together. The frittatas themselves, unlike sort of oven-baked mini omelettes that I've done in the past, these are quite dense. They've got a nice thickness to them. They're not as fluffy or as light, but it makes them a bit more filling. So you don't necessarily need to have a whole lot of them to fill up first thing in the morning. You can serve these by themselves, you can serve them with toast, you can serve them hot or cold, you can put some fresh fruit on the side, whatever you fancy. These are just absolutely delicious and they're infinitely variable because you can change the ingredients, add your favourite bits and pieces to them, whatever you like. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com. And until next time, see you later. Another great thing about this recipe, it's fully freezable. Once they come out of the oven, allow them to cool completely, then you can simply pop them into a Ziploc bag and freeze them for up to 3 months. They reheat great in the microwave, or you can serve them cold once they're fully defrosted. Absolutely delicious, very versatile. What are you waiting for?